What's good, Team Esquire?
You're too cool for school.
You look cute. Man, no brain.
Is this a little piece? You can't
A little peek.
What's poppin'? What's up, Team Esquire? Welcome back to another video. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about our college experience.
Yep. Highly requested video. Everybody asked us, how was college? What did you do in college to prepare you for law school? College this, college that.
College.
Exactly. So, we got y'all. Say where you went.
I went to Spelman, the Spelman College.
And I went to Duke University. Yeah, very different experiences, I feel like. So we're gonna kind of compare them, talk about what happened, and whatever else y'all be wanting to know.
We would talk about which one was better, but we already know who's gonna win that debate, so we're not even So,
I ain't even gonna acknowledge that, okay?
for anyone who's unaware, Spelman is a historically black college and university. HBCU. It's the #1 HBCU.
You know what's so funny?
What?
I had never heard of the term HBCU until college. Had you?
Junior year, because I went on the tour.
Okay. And my sister, it's funny because my sister actually went to HBCU. She went to Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas. But no one ever called it that.
So yeah, I didn't know what HBCUs were either until my junior year of high school. My assistant principal came to me and she told me that I should go on this tour. It was an HBCU tour. So we visited Howard, Xavier, Dillard, what other schools? I can't remember what other schools, but we visited a number of HBCUs. There were maybe like 15 on the tour. And I liked some of the schools, some of them I didn't like for several reasons. And I literally fell in love with Spelman as soon as I stepped foot on the campus.
What did you fall in love with about it?
The whole vibe. And prior to that, it's crazy because I thought the South was straight horses and buggies. Straight. I was like, there's no way I'm going to school in the South. I just wanted a free tour for spring break, free vacation, but I really fell in love. Like,
I hate when people from the North do that. Like, did you take horses to school? Is this the 1800s? Like, why are you still asking people that in 2018? Like,
cause that's what we think y'all take. You galloping. You galloping your way to high school. That's what you're doing. That's exactly the whole idea I had in my head. Yeah, so I stepped foot on campus. I mean, the grass was greener. It smelled good, everything. And obviously everyone looked like me. So that was the first time. And I don't know. It was literally like walking into a magical utopia.
Okay, that sounds cool.
It was dope.
Oh, Angel, why'd you accept Duke? Oh, thank you, Sam, so much for asking. So, I'm gonna save some of the reasoning for the HBCU PWI video, but I really wanted to like get out the state. I was like burning to just try something new, experience something new.
Don't lie, I was tired of horses and buggies.
No, I'm not even going. I'm not even
Where?
going that. Like, Houston people, what's up? H-Town, what's up? Anyway, so I wanted to get out of Texas, like I did. I've been in Texas my whole entire life, and I just want to experience something new. Like, that's just, I don't know how I am. So I applied to like all out-of-state schools, and the only in-state schools I applied to were like UT, because my sister went there. My mom wanted me to stay in the city, so I applied to Rice just to make her happy. But I was like determined to get out of the state, blah, blah, blah. So I applied to all these schools. So the problem with applying to all these out-of-state schools, like Sam had like a sponsored tour. I couldn't visit none of these places because Houston is like way down south. All the flights and stuff are hella expensive. Like I didn't have bread, I had no way to visit these places. So I did the good old Google.com, did some virtual tours and kind of decided that way. So I started eliminating schools like California's too expensive, so I eliminated those schools. And like some schools wanted a big deposit and it came down to choosing between Duke and UT Austin. And I ended up choosing Duke because I wanted to be out of state, like I said, and because I liked the website, I liked what I had heard about it, I liked my interviewer, and I just thought it would be a nice new experience to meet people that didn't grow up like me.
Let's dissect that little by little.
All right, what's up?
You did an interview?
I did an interview.
I didn't know people did interviews for college.
I did an interview for college. I did all my interviews, what?
I'm listening.
I don't know. Some schools do interviews, some schools don't. But I came with my little like button-up red shirt and gray slacks and talked about how I wanted to be a good old researcher, wanted to major in biology, didn't major in biology,
That's what you do. You was yapping.
I was hyped.
I
I was such a like high school nerd. I was like, I have perfect attendance, and I always make the honor roll.
You know what you told me you went to the senior cut day?
Yeah, that was my first absence ever. But interviews happened before that.
Okay.
Shout out to my mom. She don't play. Even when I was sick, I still had to go to school. And I mean, they went well because I got the college offers.
I'm a first generation college student and a first generation American. So when I was maneuvering through that whole process, it was insane. I didn't know what to do. We had one guidance counselor for the whole school. Shout out to Yonkers Public Schools week funding, because we had literally one guidance counselor. So that was difficult in itself. But, you know, made my way to Spelman. Like, I knew I wanted to go to Spelman, but the issue I had was with funding. So as I said in the other video that you can see here, I ended up getting a full scholarship, so I'm not gonna reiterate that story. Thank you.
How do you feel stepping on a campus like, I'm about to be a Spelman college student? Like, how'd that feel?
Literally, my feelings mirrored those that I had when I came for the tour. I was like, back in the utopia, it's lit. Aww. And also, I never had sisters. So I have two brothers. So that's something I was really, really looking forward to at Spelman and at Clark. Like, I was like, wow, I'm about to get like 3,000 new sisters. This is really crazy. And
that's like high-key beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. So, how about you? How did you feel when you started college?
I was so excited. Like, I was like, I'm about to be in a new place. I'm in North Carolina. At this point, I've told this to Sam before, but like, I thought North Carolina was the North. I didn't know North Carolina was still the South. So I was like, I'm about to be in the North. Like, it's just like, wow, I'm about to be on the East Coast, a different time zone. Like, it was just all so new to me. And I get there, and I'm at orientation, and they're talking about Maya Angelou gave her convocation, which was like already amazing. Like, my school can get people like Maya Angelou. Like, that was like so mind-blowing to me. And everyone was talking about like how we had a president go here, and like blah blah blah. Like, Duke students end up doing this and that, and like all the stuff they tell you during orientation week. And I'm just like, wow, like I'm in the same.
Eating it up.
Yeah, like I'm in the same group as like these amazing people that have done amazing in the past. Like, that was just like a surreal feeling to me. And I just like couldn't believe I made it there. I was like happy, excited to meet people, and just felt like I was in good company. Like, it was like a really good feeling. I was really excited. I think that's like my one word.
Speaking of good company, Stacey Abrams is gonna win. I'm putting that in the air.
I hope you're right. Sam Spelman sis. So what was?
Oh, you got questions.
Yeah.
You got questions.
Questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, what was your favorite and least favorite thing about your experience? Let's start with the good.
Look, I usually start with bad.
Oh, like something good can cheer you up?
Yeah.
I heard that in elementary school. All right, go ahead.
All right.
What was your least favorite?
Oh, favorite thing was definitely learning about Black history for the first time. Like, for real, for real. So a lot of what Spelman teaches is literally tailored for Black women. So we're reading books from Black authors for the first time, because I've never read it before. We're reading about real history, like slavery, what the Atlantic slave trade was. Like, you have to take African diaspora in the world as a, I was about to say 1L, as a first year student, a freshman, right? That's what it's called? I get old, sis. So yeah, as a freshman, you have to take African diaspora in the world. You have to take women's studies, you have to take women's studies. So yeah, like, it's literally like learning about Black women from Black women, learning about history from people who actually have a stake in it, like things like that, right? It's like, I don't feel like my education is being tainted anymore. And like, you even mentioned Maya Angelou before. I didn't know who Maya Angelou was before college. So things like that. What's my least favorite part about it? I don't think it's like Spelman specific, but it would be like literally college itself. As a first generation college student, I don't think that there are enough mechanisms in place to help you adapt to the environment. Like, I really feel like it's like you're fending for yourself. So I feel like the first year and a half, people are still trying to adapt to the culture because they don't understand what the heck is going on. Like, it should be some way to alleviate those.
You have any questions for me?
Not gonna be boring and actually the same questions.
I mean, I can answer that, and then
you want to answer? You think it would be beneficial? If so, I would say answer it. If not, I got stuff. I got questions too.
So my favorite thing about Duke as a freshman, it was that, so there were a lot of international students. Like, I don't know why, but I just didn't think about that before I got there. I didn't think about the fact that there were gonna be like a lot of international students. So a lot of my friends freshman year were like international students from like South Africa, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Nigeria. And I was like, wow, like, you know, I was learning so much from them.
So they're all
like,
from Africa?
They were all, yeah, all of my international friends are from Africa. And I just thought that was so cool. Like, I was so intrigued to like hear about how they decided to come all the way to Duke, like for their higher education, things like that. So like that was a really transformative experience my freshman year, just like learning from them and like being their friend, and just like comparing childhoods and things like that.
That must be hella cool.
It was really cool. Like, it was really, really cool. My least favorite thing about Duke is definitely the mental health issues. A lot of people struggle with mental health. There are a lot of euphemisms for mental health issues at Duke that kind of like downplay the seriousness. So there are things like sophomore slump, and I don't think it's addressed adequately.
All right, what were your favorite organizations that you were involved in? And I guess like, because people ask us so much what we did, like just tell them a little bit about some of the orgs you did, stuff like that.
Okay, where do I start? I did a lot of stuff, y'all. So I was in Nourish International. It's a service organization that's international service. I traveled with them to Costa Rica to do international service. They send kids all around the world, or students I should say, all around the world to do service. I mean, you're like 18, you're an adult.
Children.
Whatever. So that was one organization I was in. I like was on exec board on that for a little bit. I also was in Duke Africa. Shout out to Duke Africa. Love Duke Africa so much. Javelani chair, huge showcase. I was like in it off. I was on the dance team, all that type of stuff. I also was in BSA, Black Student Alliance. I was director of programming, and I also like did some stuff my freshman year with like, I was on panels and things like that, just like welcoming new students. I was president of my sorority chapter. It teaches you a lot of leadership experience and just like gave me a lot of experience in general. And I was also on the MPHC board, National Panhellenic Council. I was a historian for a little bit. So what's my favorite out of all of those?
Yeah.
Or like, I think.
And your least favorite. It doesn't have to be because the organization was bad, but maybe like took on too much, stuff like that.
Okay. Or what I'll say is like the organization that like, I think, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. BSA was like my first introduction to college leadership, so I feel like I have to pick that just because, you know, I was on the exec board for hundreds of Black students and I had to plan events for all these students and make sure everyone was satisfied, and I had an amazing president on the board that taught me so much about leadership skills and how to communicate with people on the exec board and deal with different personalities. So I think I have to go with BSA only because it was like, you know, my first introduction. And for my least favorite, I don't have a particular organization, but I think that in general I took on too much. I was also working throughout my time.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, I was like working throughout my time in undergrad. I had 2 jobs at one point.
My friend got 2 jobs.
Oh. Yeah, so I was really stressed out. I kind of approached college like high school. Like high school, I was in a bunch of stuff and I was doing all these clubs. So school's not really that hard in high school. Like you can kind of do whatever you want. And then I got to college and I was like, wow, I can't just join all these clubs. I gotta be selective. So that was like my least favorite part, just having to like balance the load.
Yeah, college was definitely the first time I had to learn how to study. In high school, it was just like literally go to class, teacher tells me what to do, I do it, I remember it. Sometimes I did homework. No, I'm just kidding. Did homework every day. And then that was enough.
At the time, I thought high school was hard. And I look back and I'm like that was nothing compared to college. But at the time I thought it was difficult.
Oh yeah. I keep needing a refill.
Oh, okay, we'll take a break. Okay.
Y'all see how I'm always waiting on angels? Always. Always. Take a bathroom break, you know when to come back.
Question? Last question. What were you involved in? I know you were in like a million organizations as well.
Let's think. Social Life, NAACP, National Action Network, Student Health Associate and Peer Educator, a TA for Women's Studies. I started my own organization, which was a nonprofit sister to sister mentoring program, which is where I met a lot of lawyers, feminist majority, Center for Research and Policy and Public Interest, Outdoors Club, Phi Alpha Delta, which is a pre-law society. Were you in that? Never heard of it. Truth Initiative, Tobacco Free Campus Advisor, Student Global AIDS Campaign, the Children's Restoration Network, volunteered at my sister's house, and that's it. I said everything else.
So, did you do schoolwork?
No.
It don't sound like it. Y'all heard all them damn organizations. I have a question for you. So Spelman is an all women's college. So how was the dating scene?
Oh my god!
That's crazy. Basically my question is, how's the dating scene? Because I know Sam likes the men's and it's an all women's college.